Welcome back to Game 2 of our ABUGames.com feature match. Ethan was able to take Game 1 with his 4-color pod deck, despite not seeing the pod. And Confessor did have was unable to flip his Delver, which we feel was a big key thing for that game.
So Confessor just leads with Island here, does nothing. He probably should have mulliganed. He pretty much needs to have a turn 1 Delver, or he can't win. So
turn Thought Scours. Did see a Ponder in his hand. I'm not sure if he played the...
Surprisingly, you would think that Ethan should have a mana guy turn 1, but I actually don't think that's very important at all, because you gotta expect it to die almost 100% of the time anyways, to gut shot or dismember or vapor snagged or something. So it's pretty much actually irrelevant that he did or didn't have that first turn mana guy, in my opinion.
Do you see a turn 2 Elvish Visionary? And I'm looking at Ethan's hand. I think I saw a pod in there, so if he's able to get the pod out and then keep the creatures on the board, he can just chain up with a lot of really powerful guys. It's like Confessor does have his 3rd land, thinking about what he's going to do here. It's like Geist of St. Traft.
Alright, so the question is, can this Geist go all the way or not? Because he's way behind here.
It's like a Wolf Run. Ooh, Image copies the Geist.
This game's over. Calling it for Ethan.
Okay. I'm showing the life totals are still at 2020, but actually it's at 19 for Confessor. Ethan did swing with the Elvish Visionary last turn. And no plays. Look, he's got the 4 mana open. Definitely hints that he's got the Restoration Angel.
Yeah.
Does attack for 1. Ethan tries to see if he's just baiting him. Looks like he just takes it, going down to 18. And then another end of turn Thought Scour. There's a Timely, which has been sideboarded in, and a Vapor Snag.
Well, Ethan didn't hit another land there, so he's mana short a little bit here. What in the heck did he keep?
He has no board presence right now.
No Angel.
He can
no
make
Delver.
a Moorland Haunt token. Not really sure what he has in his hand. Looks like he's just kind of like laying back. Ethan does attack for 2. Looks like Confessor goes down to 16 with that. I'm surprised he didn't make a Moorland Haunt token.
No, he shouldn't block there. He needs to win.
Oh.
He needs to get the offense going. Oh, that was the perfect card.
Ooh, Borderland Ranger. Does it resolve? It does.
Alright, now I'm super calling it for him. He had to get mana screwed. That's the only way he's going to lose.
Looks like he does make the end of turn Moorland Haunt token.
So maybe he has sort of War and Peace here to throw on it, or a Pike maybe. That'd be a way to come back here.
I mean, he has to have a lot of just not active spells. Cause like obviously, like a Sword or a Pike would be something that he couldn't really effectively use until he had a board presence.
But if he had one of those, they would already been in play, you would think.
I'd imagine. It's like he has a 6th land, and again just passes the turn.
Probably should have attacked there.
Swing with everybody here. All 3 creatures go to the red zone.
He's not gonna win if he lets the game go.
Looks like Gut Shot. Confessor goes to 14 out off the Gut Shot, and then a Snapcaster Mage. Deciding what he's going to do here. Looks like pays another 2 to Gut Shot, the Elvish Visionary, and then blocks the Borderland Ranger with the Snapcaster Mage.
And a token sitting there untapped for no reason.
Ooh, Restoration Angel does save the Borderland Ranger, so not only does the Borderland Ranger live, but Ethan gets another land, and this is the part where the pod deck can really get going.
No question, the pod deck is going to be able to use mana better than the Delver deck. He has way more lands than he needs. The Delver deck does at this point.
Absolutely.
And there's almost no limit to the amount of mana the Bant deck can use, or the pod deck, either whatever you want to call it.
It's like he flashes back Timely, going back up to 18, and gets He has no creatures because he has the more creatures than Ethan does at this time. So effectively, it is a 3 mana gain 6.
It's not going to cut it. Each turn that goes by, it's going to be more and more difficult to have any shot at coming back.
And I know I saw a Sun Titan in Ethan's hand, so if he's able to get a second white source, this will be very good for Ethan. Looks like he swings for 3. Looks like just a block.
Why would you jump there? What's the life at?
Confessor's at 18, Ethan is still at 20.
That block makes no sense.
And yeah, if he does happen to draw like a War and Peace or a Pike, that could be much more effective. He would be going from 18 to 15 off that swing. Not the biggest life creature difference, but we do see a Thragtusk. The 5/3 that gains Ethan 5 life, putting it to 25, and when it leaves play, he's going to get a 3/3 token. So I know the Delver deck does not like seeing that guy. It's like another Ponder for Confessor.
I still haven't figured out Thragtusk yet. He seems so insane, but I can't figure out how insane or if he's worth playing multiples or if you just want to play one. He's a tough nut to crack.
I know a lot of people are talking about with Return to Ravnica, we do know that the Selesnya green-white combination will be back. So a lot of people are thinking maybe we could see a deck revolving around Restoration Angel and Thragtusk as very strong possibilities. We do see what Confessor's going to do here, if he was able to get anything off that Ponder. And really just no board presence for Confessor. He just seems stalled almost. As we do see a Cavern, obviously named Giant, and we see Sun Titan come into play. Most likely, yep, bringing back the image, copying Restoration Angel, blinking out the Sun Titan, bringing in the Visionary, drawing a card. And that is the power of the combination of Sun Titan and Phantasmal Image. With basically anything, but the Restoration Angel puts it over the top. Do see Ethan, looks like he's swinging with the Thragtusk and the Angel.
And this is the reason why I don't see how you could come play just Nyapod versus this. Even just Bantpod is so superior, goes so far over the top over it.
Confessor looks like he took the damage, going all the way down to 10. He's swinging here. Interesting play. Looks like Sun Titan and the other Restoration Angel are gonna block and both die.
Oh yeah.
Maybe he's got a day that he sideboarded in.
He must, otherwise that attack wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's the only way that makes. Yep, there we do see the Day of Judgment. So the creatures do die.
He does get the Thragtusk beast.
Ethan does get the Thragtusk, and that's probably the best thing that could have happened for Confessor was to get a Day of Judgment, to get the Sun Titan off the board.
I guess that makes that block with the token make a little bit more sense.
True, as we do see him Vapor Snag the 3/3 token. Ethan goes down to 24. The Confessor just down to 1 card in hand. While it looks like Ethan's got
he's
full
still got a huge grip. I think Ethan only has 1 Sun Titan in his deck, which I don't agree with. I think he should definitely have 2 because the whole shenanigans with him, it's over. He cannot make that happen again.
So we do see the Birthing Pod, Styx, and Avacyn's Pilgrim. Looks like Ethan's going to pay the 2 life, going down to 22 to sacrifice the Pilgrim. Interesting. Yep, gets the Visionary. He's going to draw a card off of that.
This will be good. We'll get to see the power of the pod here against Delver. Although it would have been really fun to see how insane pod is with the Sun Titan and the images. That's where we thought we saw some insanity. Once you see pod going with it, then it's blow your mind insanity.
He's getting another Moorland Haunt token. It's Confessor.
Maybe you can get him under 20.
And
you think you can get him to under 20 this game?
Well, he's taking him to 21.
Oh my gosh.
The biggest thing for Confessor right now, as I'm looking, is he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lands in the play, and that's not what a Delver wants to see.
Pretty much any land past the 5th is a total waste.
Ooh, a Blister Stick Shaman, one of the recent additions. He does kill the Moorland Haunt token. And not only that, but he can just immediately potted away. It's served its purpose.
Yeah.
So he does swing for one, setting Confessor down to 9, I'm showing.
That is technology, the blister stick guy. Probably should have potted before he attacked, so he doesn't lose his, because it gave an opportunity for him to kill the blister stick before he could pot it away, but
True.
Pretty irrelevant at this point. Although the come into play trigger of the blister stick kind of does the same thing, so maybe it didn't. Maybe
at some point, Confessor's going to have a priority.
Still, though, you don't want to You don't want to give your opponent opportunities to realize their error.
So we do see the potted up to Huntmaster the Fells. Ethan's back up to 23, and he gets 2 creatures on the board, while Confessor is stuck with lands and 1 card in hand. Not the best situation for him.
Huntmaster is really interesting. When we started this deck, it had 4. And then it went down to 3, and then 2, and now 1. But having 1 is super important.
Do see yet another Moorland Haunt token from Confessor. Looks like he's going to Thought Scour here. Look, there's a Geist and an island. And we do see a Geist of St. Traft, although I just feel like his effectiveness right now, when the pod player has the board position, when they got the pod online
at 23 life.
At 23 life,
completely worthless.
Yeah. Looks like Ethan is using the bird in the cavern. But look, he's just sacrificing the bird. Looks like, yep, gonna make a copy of the Geist with the Phantasmal Image, which goes to the graveyard. And if Ethan doesn't cast a spell here, the Huntmaster is going to flip as well, which will be big. But we do see a gut shot, so that prevents any flipping. But Confessor goes down all the way to 5 off of that, from 2 from the gut shot, 2 from the wolf. We see a Stinger Fling Spider. Comes to play, it will kill the token, as well as being a 2/5 reach creature. One of the sideboard cards Ethan brought in. Another Moorland Haunt token from Confessor. Let's see if he has anything he can do here. I mean, if that's a dead card, I feel like this game is just over. But looks like step 4 is a Day Judgment again. Oh, Restoration Angel. Obviously not going to use it. Ethan casts Dismember, going down to 19 off of that, killing the Restoration Angel. At this point, all Confessor's really been able to do is just make speed bumps to stop Ethan. Which I feel like the biggest thing with
he kept a hand that he shouldn't have kept.
Yeah, I feel like once the biggest thing about the Delver deck is if you can get him to run out of gas like this and you're able to build a big board presence, it feels pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Makes 1 more token. Looks like just jump blocks there. During the second main, Ethan's thinking about what he's going to do here. If he has any more 6-drops, he could pot away the spider. I'm not sure
this is where he should have the second Sun Titan, but doesn't.
Do you see 3 mana for a Borderland Ranger? Looks like he is potting away the Borderland Ranger. Most likely to get another Huntmaster. Ooh, a Restoration Angel, even better. Bring back. Looks like
gain 2, put a wolf into play.
So it looks like Ethan, if he does do that, goes up to 21. And a Ratchet Bomb just to make sure those tokens don't stick. Confessor looking through his graveyard, possibly just drew Snapcaster. So we do see the Snapcaster for Day of Judgment. And probably one of the better things that Confessor could have drawn at this point. But with the pot out, any creature just becomes even better than it already is.
He might be running out of stuff, though. He's been plodding away.
True. It's like a Bird of Paradise, which is immediately going to get potted. Assuming Elvish Visionary here. Unless, yeah, there's the Visionary.
Moving on up. See, here's a good example. Would have Stringer Root Geist been better?
Yeah, I was thinking that because I know he took him out for the Elvish Visionaries.
Mhm.
You know, Stringer Root could have gotten in there for the damage.
But
And he does have the Wolf Run. I mean, we've been neglecting that, but I mean, you know, if he were to get the Stringer Root Geist, that might have been able to be it. So, ooh, another Birthing Pod. I believe he is paying 2 life for playing the Birthing Pod, then pays the 2 mana to activate it. Getting a Blade Splicer, so the board just keeps getting bigger. I mean, with the double pod, if he's able to get next turn, he can sacrifice a Splicer, if he's got another Hunt Master, get another Hunt Master, get another Wolf token, sacrifice Hunt Master, get a 5-drop. Looks like only a Vapor Snag on the token. Ethan goes down to 18. And with no cards in hand, he can make a Moorland Haunt token. Looks like he is activating the Wolf Run on the Blade Splicer.
That's just lethal right there.
Sweet, yeah, and he's just going to blow up the token, and that is game. Ethan takes it 2-0 with his 4-color pod. Thank you for joining us this week. We'll hope to be back with you next week. Once again, I am Derek Peterson, joined by
Gabriel
of abugames.com. Thanks, and have a great day.